Right now, you're staring at a lineup of American rocks, some worth less than a cup of coffee, others worth more than a new car. Most people walk past these stones every day, never realizing they're stepping over fortunes sealed inside the earth. If you know what to look for, your next backyard find could be a hidden payday. Professional gem hunters know something most people don't. The world's rarest treasures rarely look the part. Some of these rocks are 1,000 times rarer than diamonds, yet people toss them aside, mistaking them for worthless debris. The secret? Nature hides its wealth in plain sight, and the difference between a doorstop and a fortune is just knowledge. Let's start with a rock that's fooled more prospectors than any other. Picture a round, lumpy stone, dull gray, pitted, lighter than it should be. It looks like a chunk of old concrete or a fossilized potato, the kind of thing you would ignore on a riverbank in Iowa or Arizona. But inside, it is a cathedral of crystals, a geode. Crack it open, and you might find a chamber lined with amethyst, quartz, or even rare celestite, sparkling like a miniature cave. Geodes form when volcanic gas bubbles or organic cavities fill with mineral-rich water, crystallizing over thousands of years. The trick is in the weight. Pick up a geode, and it feels hollow, sometimes with a faint rattle if the crystals are loose. Look for that cauliflower texture, the bumpy rind, and a lighter heft than a solid rock. Most quartz geodes fetch $5 to $50, but a large amethyst geode can command over $1,000, and rare specimens have sold for much more. This is what nature hides from the impatient, a fortune sealed in stone, waiting for the right hands to break it open. But if you think geodes are the only tricksters in the field, wait until you see what is hiding in the volcanic badlands of Oregon. Out there, among the ancient ash beds, you will find rocks that look like nothing. Rough, round, and knobby, blending in with every other chunk of volcanic debris. These are thunder eggs, the state rock of Oregon, and they are as deceptive as they come. On the outside, they are weathered and plain, but inside they hold swirling agate, chalcedony, or even flashes of opal. Thunder eggs form when gas bubbles in rheolitic lava fill with silica-rich fluids, crystallizing into intricate patterns over millennia. To spot one, look for a slightly knobby surface, a round or oval shape, and a weight that feels just a bit off for its size. The real magic happens when you cut them open. Suddenly, you're staring at a cross-section of color and light, a secret world hidden in plain sight. Small thunder eggs might fetch $10, but rare specimens with opal or intricate agate can sell for $1,000 or more. This is the lesson. The Earth's best secrets are locked behind the plainest doors. And if you want to see what happens when mud, minerals, and time collide, follow me to the ancient seabeds of Utah. Here you will find rocks that look like fossilized eggs or cracked dinosaur bones, brown, egg-shaped, and covered in a network of seams. These are septarian nodules, sometimes called dragon stones, and they are a masterclass in geological misdirection. Septarian nodules start as mud balls in ancient seas, drying and cracking as they shrink. Over millions of years, mineral-rich water seeps in, filling the cracks with yellow calcite, brown aragonite, and white barite. The result is a rock that is plain on the outside, but, when split, reveals a mosaic of crystals and minerals, like a dragon's egg cracked open. Identification is all about the shell, so look for that turtle shell pattern, the brownish color, and the egg-like shape. Small nodules can be had for $10, but large, well-formed specimens with vivid crystal patterns can command $1,000 or more. This is the paradox of the prospector. The more ordinary the rock, the greater the potential for wonder. And speaking of wonder, let's talk about a treasure that starts as wood and ends as fire. Imagine picking up a chunk of petrified wood, dull, weathered, maybe even mossy. But inside, the organic structure has been replaced, cell by cell, with opaline silica. This is opalized wood, a fossil that glows with color when cut or polished. In places like Nevada's Virgin Valley, silica-rich water has transformed ancient trees into gemstones, preserving every ring and grain. The trick is in the texture. Opalized wood often looks like regular petrified wood, but with a waxy luster or flashes of color at broken edges. Tap it, and it feels heavier than wood, but not as dense as solid stone. Common opalized wood might fetch $10 to $100, but pieces with precious opal, those with red, blue, or green fire, can sell for $1,000 or more. This is nature's alchemy, turning the memory of a forest into a gemstone that burns with hidden light. And if you want to know where the real fortunes are buried, you need to look for the rocks that don't belong. Because sometimes, the most valuable stones are hiding in the most unremarkable places. Concretions, those round brown or gray lumps you find in Kansas, North Dakota, or New York, are often mistaken for fossils, meteorites, or just plain junk. But inside, some hold crystal-lined cavities of calcite, quartz, or even pyrite. Concretions form when minerals precipitate around a nucleus, maybe a shell, a bone, or a bit of plant matter, creating a hard, compact mass. The giveaway is the shape, round or oval, sometimes with a rusty or fossil-like exterior. If you are lucky enough to find one with a hollow core, you might discover a miniature crystal cave worth hundreds of dollars. Most concretions are $5 to $50, but rare, large, or especially beautiful specimens can fetch $500 or more. This is the final secret. The difference between a doorstop and a fortune is just knowledge. And if you want more locations, more trade secrets, and more ways to turn ordinary rocks into extraordinary finds, subscribe right now, because the next time you are out in the field, you will want every advantage you can get. Now, let us talk about how to verify your finds at home. First, the scratch test. Use a steel nail or a piece of glass to test hardness. Quartz will scratch glass. Calcite will not. Second, the ultraviolet light test. Some minerals, like certain opals or calcite, will fluoresce under ultraviolet light, revealing hidden colors. Third, specific gravity. Weigh your rock in air and then in water to estimate density. Geodes are lighter than they look, while concretions are often heavier. Finally, always check for crystal structure. Look for hexagonal patterns in quartz, banding in agate, or the telltale fire of opal. With these tools, you can separate the ordinary from the extraordinary, right at your kitchen table. So remember, the most shocking fortunes are the ones you almost threw away. You now possess the knowledge of a pro. The next time you see a dull, ugly rock, ask yourself, am I looking at a doorstop or a hidden fortune? In the world of gem hunting, these are the secrets you must know.